Well, hello, good evening, everybody, wherever you are in the world. Can you please tell me where you are and is it warm where you are? Um, I don't know whether any of you have been looking in the chat here, but Max is an absolute hero. He's jumped onto a railway track to rescue a kitten and then taken it back to a building site, giving it water and and then taking it to a vet, and now it's at home. Whereabouts are you, Max? Um, Oh, you're in Slovakia. That's fantastic. So you're actually joining us from Slovakia at the moment, and that little kitten is safe thanks to you. That's amazing. But you're British, okay. And you've got how many cats? Got quite a few. And Bev, our moderator, BD, is joining us as well. Hello. So hi to everybody who's watching. If you don't want to comment, that's absolutely fine. But if you do feel like you want to join in, drop me a heart anyway. That's always appreciated. And tell me whereabouts you are in the world. Are you having this heat wave that we're having? I know in America right now it is really, really hot. So one of the things I wanted to talk about actually, so like Noodle's chirruping at me down here, is keeping your cats cool. And I know I've probably spoken about it before, but it's really important to make sure that your cats are hydrated all the time. Mark, in Malta, it's very hot too. Oh, I bet it is, yeah. Well, obviously, I'm here in the UK and we're on our fourth heat wave at the moment, and the cats just don't want to eat. And the amount of people that actually ask me, is it normal for cats not to eat when it's hot? And absolutely. Do you feel like a roast dinner when it's hot? No, you don't. And cats are exactly the same. But keeping them hydrated is really crucial. So if you can think of ways that you can make fun games, water games, get a little tub with some water in and a little ball or something floating in there. I even did one with a little container earlier today. And I floated a little rubber ball, one of those Tizzit bounce it balls, and then put some catnip in there as well, and the cats were fishing that out. So have a look at the DIY forager map that I did just for fun today, because I thought if anybody's off school holidays, if you've got young children, then that's something that you can have fun creating with them, and it's free. So that's something that you can do. So making play part of enrichment, but also getting some water in as well as adding water to wet food. You can add water to like licky licks and things like that, or churros. You can freeze them. Some cats do get brain freeze, so be aware of how your cat accepts frozen treats. But even keeping them in the fridge and adding water to that is a great way to get more water into them. So Max is saying it's 30 today. 30. Oh gosh, it's just too hot. And yes, Mark, it's normal that cats eat less in the summer. Mine do too. Very, very common. Another thing we need to think about. Oh, I'll move there. Can you see Sydney up there? She's just reclining on there like the queen she is. Hi, Sean. You're from Georgia in the USA. You've got 3 indoor cats. One is £20 and the other 2 are normal size. How do I get my cat on a diet without affecting the other 2? That's a great question. I think if you are obviously feeding them all together, or certainly hoping to feed them separately, but feeding them smaller portions more frequently, and think about the enrichment, how can you get your cat to move more? That would be really good. I'm just going to bend down here and get the wand. I've just been playing with Noodle with this. So wands are really, really good to get energy levels up, but don't sort of go all out and think you've got to try and burn off as many calories. And certainly don't restrict the diet straight away, because that can cause issues. Great advice would be to go along to your vet and say that you want to put your cat on a calorie restricted diet, and see if they come up with any ideas. It may be that they can suggest a satiety blend of food, which is going to be okay for all of the cats. So they can eat more, but obviously the cat, it's not as calorie dense in there, and it's more fiber, so it actually fills them up a lot more. But I think enrichment and activity is your best best thing there, and get your cat foraging, and have a look at, if you're on TikTok or any of the social media channels, have a look at my latest post for this forage mat. I had such fun doing it, and I took a photograph afterwards because the girls have just literally, well, it's down there and it's just literally annihilated. Pam, you're getting a kitten tomorrow and she was born outside. What is the best way to keep her from blasting out the door when your two papillons go outside? I think if you're getting this kitten, ideally it would be good to keep her in a small area anyway to begin with, so that she can actually decompress in your home and she can start to feel confident in your home, because obviously she's been living outside and then you're now going to change her environment completely. So keeping her inside in a small area, certainly for maybe a week or more, till she feels more confident, and you'll be able to tell if she's more confident, obviously. Keep all the resources in that room. And then what would be good, you can't obviously use baby gates or anything like that, but if you can use dog mesh, have you seen those, Pam? They're, certainly get them on Amazon. It's not a dog gate, it's a dog mesh, and you can actually just use either Velcro to put it across the door, and then you can actually contain your kitten. Be careful when you do the introduction as well, because I don't know whether your papillons are used to cats or kittens, but certainly don't leave them unattended until she's a lot bigger and you feel happy that they're all happy together. Hi Kat, how are you? Thank you for all the hearts that you're sending me and the likes. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Whereabouts are you, Kat? So another thing I wanted to talk about as well, thank you, there's a heart go flying up, is flea control. Now I know that's bordering on medical, but the advice I want to give you is, don't, even if you've got an indoor cat, don't think, oh, I don't have to flea my cat. Go along to your vet and get flea and worm treatment at the same time. It's important to get it from your vet, because you don't know what you're buying, or and they may not be effective either. This is Sydney just going to pop and say hello. If I suddenly go, she's walked across the keyboard and I will be back. But you're in Cambridgeshire with your tabby cat. Another tabby cat here, and you also, I know it's really warm. Bev, the moderator, she's in London and she said it's hotter than the sun at the moment. So Rex Guard, okay, is that something like a mesh or something? I've got I'll just find it. It's this sort of thing I was on about. So you can see that can go against a door. It's got elastic there that you can either put a hook in, but that literally will stop a kitten. It doesn't have to, it can just go at ground level as well. It doesn't have to be high. Excuse me. Thank you. So is Sydney going on strike again? Yeah, Sydney is absolutely, I don't know what it is. She just loves the keyboard. She's got the whole of the office here. KA, yeah, you worry about all the feral cats in this weather. Yeah. Next guard, sorry, for fleas and parasites, sorry. Different makes everywhere. I mean, if you can get them from your vet, that's always preferred. But also, people coming into your home can bring flea larvae, or fleas themselves in on the clothes and shoes. So that's why it's really important to think about flea and tick control, particularly in the US, because it's really bad normally about this time of year, but it is here. I think it is everywhere. Parata, hello, you've got a 5-year-old cat. Sadly, I had another 2-year-old, but he passed a month ago. I'm so sorry about that. Me and my wife are a bit worried because the older boy is sort of depressed and became very clingy. Yeah, well, cats do grieve. And as well, you will have been grieving as well. And cats can sort of feed off our emotions. So if your cat is grieving, there's certain things that you can do. Lots of reassurance. Spend time one-to-one, think about play. Synthetic pheromones are really good. I don't know whereabouts you are, KA, but if you're in the States, then Comfort Zone is really good. I don't think we can get it in the UK anymore. But Fellaway Optimum, that's another good one. And also Pet Remedy, which is phytotherapy. So I say this every time, but it can really help. Nutraceuticals can help. So something like Anxitane. I'm just trying to think what else there is. There's calming gels. That's another one from Pet MD. There's lots of, it's a bit yucky there, but it comes out, it's quite syrupy. There's lots of different nutraceuticals. Anything with L-theanine or L-tryptophan in is really, really good for cats with anxiety, and it's good to have them all together. So don't just stick a plug in the wall and think it's going to solve everything. You need to put together a sort of a safeguarding package, if you like, for your cat's grief. That would be really helpful for your cats. And look after yourself as well. And it's okay for you to grieve, but understand, I think, that your cat will be grieving as well. Is helpful, because then you just think that a cat is a cat and it doesn't have emotions, but it does. And cats also can feel jealousy as well. So okay, I'm just reading what Pam's saying. So the one has lived with cats before. Okay, the Papillon, and the other one was a mum several times before I got her. So I'm hoping that she'll take it on since it's a baby. Oh, that'll be lovely. We'll come back next time and let us know how you've got on, because hopefully by then they'll all be fully integrated. Keep putting water out and changing your water cooler for neighbourhood and feral cats. Ice cubes are good too. Yeah, absolutely. If you've got indoor cats, then little fans. I've got a little desk fan here. There we go. See it there. So one of those, another tall fan. Keep your doors, your blinds closed, your windows closed. You don't want to let the heat in. And make sure they've got plenty of water down. But that's a good idea. Ice cubes in water for the feral cats outside. Yeah, and I understood what you mean, Cat. Don't worry. Bravecto, yeah, that's a good one you get from your vets. Yeah, I've had other messages of support there for your loss as well. Life with Lauren and Other Adventures. Hi, Lauren. I don't think I've seen you here before. Welcome. I've got one cat who literally hates everyone except me. Well, cats do have preferred individuals, and that could be within their own species or interspecies with us humans. And that could be for a variety of reasons. It could be based on their past experiences, if they haven't been habituated, socialized properly as a kitten. So, for example, if they've only been exposed to a certain one gender when they were a kitten between 2 and 7 weeks, they're less likely to be bonding and accepting of other genders. It's the same if they haven't come into contact with dogs or loud noises, Hoover, vacuums, anything like that. If they haven't been socialized properly, they do struggle, but they will get there in the end. You just have to be really, really patient. Kyoko, you live in London and tomorrow you've got an appointment with the vet. Okay, that's brilliant. So when you speak to the vet, ask them about nutraceuticals. I'm trying to think. NutriCalm, that's one that works quite well that you'll be able to get in the UK. Anxitane is really good. If they suggest something like Zilkine, that is not as effective in my experience with stress and anxiety. It's got the milk amino acid L-casein in it, and it has the same effect. When we as humans have a milk drink before bedtime and it sort of sends you a little bit sleepy, that's effectively what Zilkine does. So it depends on the level of stress and anxiety that your cat's going through. Your vet may think it's appropriate to medicate, but personally, I think it would be better to think about environmental changes and also play therapy and things like that, and looking at how you can make your cat's day fill up with other things other than grief and anxiety. Fill that day up with play, foraging, go and find Patsy's Garden on YouTube. It's amazing, and stick that on for your cat as well. I always say to people, if a cat has got 24 hours in a day, just like we have, and they sleep for 16, that means that they've got 8 hours just to poop, wee, groom, eat, and then what else? So obviously, if they're indoor cats, they're not going to be going out hunting. So if they've got something that worries them, they're going to be, more and more worrying about what's worrying them. And then it can become compulsive, and some cats can then start over grooming and displaying other signs of stress and anxiety, hiding, could be inappetence. Some cats display aggression. There's a whole range of different symptoms that cats will exhibit when they're stressed, but it's great that you're on the ball and you're taking your cat to the vet. So I hope you get sorted, and I hope your cat will, start to feel happy again. And you too, of course. So Lauren, I think I've answered your question there. Yeah, it is so painful. It is so hard. It is one of the hardest things, and unless you've been through that, then you can't appreciate, because cats are family, aren't they? They're our furry family members, and we have a bond with them, and they have a bond with us. They're not just an added sort of thing that roams around our home. I saw a quote, and it said, your cat is just a part of your life that you love, but for your cat, you are everything. You are their world, and that really sort of got me there. Max, you glued polystyrene to your barn and house. Indoor temperature is always 17 degrees. Wow, okay, that's comfortable. Thanks, Bev. So there you go. You've got a link there for Accutane. Have a look that's the Amazon link, but have a look on, just put it in Google, because you'll find that some of the places are cheaper, some of the Vet Med and all the other places may be cheaper, and they'll actually post a bit quicker as well. And you're looking for the Accutane S, which stands for Accutane Small, so that's for cats. KA, I'm a little unsure about what cats might be feral and which ones have homes. Any help to work this out? I'd love to do more for ferals. Whereabouts are you, KA? I've missed that, I think. Some TNR programs, if they're feral, they don't belong to anyone, or they're being fed by somebody. But TNR programs is trap, neuter, release, or return. If they're a female, they'll actually tip their ear. I think it would be a good idea to actually reach out to your neighbourhood, your community, and see if there's something that you could do there with other people, like-minded people, to go and maybe do a rota where you go and feed the cats once a day and somebody else feeds the cats once a day. But yeah, putting down water, making little shelters for them. I know in the Canary Islands, they make little barrels, or they don't make the barrels, they use barrels, and they cut a hole in them, and that makes little resting places out of the sun. So shade is just as important as well for the ferals. And maybe there is somebody that could help with TNR. That would be really good. See what the vet says. Absolutely. But I mean, it's a nutraceutical, it's not a pharmaceutical, and there's no contraindications with it at all. But you've got the links there to have a look at that. QOK. Max, you feed half a dozen ferals. That's right, you said that earlier. With half a dozen indoor garden cats, it's their fur and skin and how they feel tough, not loose on the skin. Oh yeah, okay. That's if you can get close to them at all. And ferals feel greasy. I think if you look at a feral just by their nature, they are probably not going to be wanting to approach humans in the same way. And yes, they look very unkempt. They tend to look scruffy. They look a little bit thinner. They certainly don't look like they've had a good groom, and they tend to look a little bit dirty as well. You're going to come say hello, Noodle? Okay. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so I've mentioned the fleas, I've mentioned hydration, and also think about sunburn as well, because you're going to come say hello. This is Noodle. Not if he sees himself on the camera, he really, really likes looking at himself, don't you? Thinks it's another cat. Ferals have fat cheeks too. If they're unneutered males, they do. They certainly have that sort of real tomcat look about them. Hello, elusive Noodle. Yeah, this is the lesser spotted Noodle, isn't it? And you don't put in an appearance very often. And Noodle was a feral and he was abandoned as well. So, yeah, you're part of the feral family. And he was about, I think he was about 7 or 8 weeks when we found him down by the canal. And he was just dumped, weren't you? And he got heartworm, he got lungworm. Oh no, you're not more gorgeous. All cats are gorgeous, aren't they? And he was in a really bad way, and I really didn't think he was going to last the night, but here he is, and he is, I think he's 13 now, and he's such a beautiful little boy, but he doesn't put an appearance in very often. So I'm just trying to look where there's nobody else around. No, the girls have gone now, so that's why he's here. Yeah, Kat, I'm so glad I saved him too. Literally, I remember getting up all the way through the night thinking, oh my God, please, please live through the night. I want you to live. And he did. He's such a funny little boy. Um, and he's got this really, really strange habit when you play with him. I don't know whether any of your cats do this. Hi, Larka. Thank you. Um, when you play with him, he hisses. He gets so frustrated, and that is a common reaction with cats when they get frustrated and they sort of get overstimulated. They hiss. I've never known any other of my cats do it, but he does. And you always like to win, don't you? So, do any of your cats um, hiss when you're playing with them? Noodle, Bev is saying, don't tell anyone, but you're my joint first favourite with all of the Kitty City cats. Oh, Jolieanne, thank you so much. Hello from Roasting Heart, Western. Is that Western WA? Is that Australia? Western Australia? I'm no good with these letters. I should give myself homework, shouldn't I, to know where they all are. But if it's Roasting Heart, oh no, because Australia, it's their winter now, isn't it? Baby can get bitey if she's overstimulated. Yeah. He never gets bitey, he just hisses. It's such a funny little cat. WA State, USA, okay, and that's Roasting Hot. Now, hi, INF creator. Nice to see some new names. Please don't forget to give me some. Oh, Washington. Sorry. I always think of Washington as in DC. Vesper's still hissing and growling through the cat flap. Keep forgetting to record it. Yeah, I do. Record it. It's giving me kisses now. Next month, I will be in Mississippi for the live. Don't worry, Malaka, you're still waking up. Okay. Yes, I'll be in Mississippi. I think the date is the 23rd of September. So there won't be a Noodle, but we will have a Talisker and a Hemingway, and you'll have to see who they are. So he's now snuffling through all of the map that I made earlier. So I'm really looking forward to being stateside over the pond. So yeah, Bev, how are you going to moderate with the time difference? Tell me that. That's going to be different, isn't it? Sadly, my Brenda, hello. Sadly, my 1-year-old female cat started biting me a few months ago. She bites me for several reasons. When she wants to go outside, when I walk by. I think the thing is here, Brenda, your cat has taught as it's learned behaviour now because you've reacted. So she now knows what to do to get a reaction from you. The best thing you can do is just, if you can, ignore it and not respond. But also, Try and anticipate when she wants to go outside. Don't let her out when she's bitten you or when she's about to bite you. Either let her out before she's done that, or then distract her and then let her out. Linda's in Lakeland, Florida. My Persian actually tries to bite me when I pet her. This could be overstimulation. So it may be that you want to give your cat affection and you want to pet her, but she doesn't want to be petted. So I always go with the 3-second rule. First of all, hold your hand out. Does your cat accept that finger? If they do, if they might sniff it, they might rub up against your finger. That's great. Then go along and just pet the head or under the chin, like I was just fussing Noodle then. 3 seconds, then off. And then maybe wait a while. And if your cat indicates to you that she wants more affection, then do it. But keep very, very small sessions. But that's why you're overstimulating, you're giving her too much, and you're probably missing the signs before she's bitten you or goes to nip you that says, Mum, I've had enough. Oh, here we go. Sonata. Hi from Broiling Hot AZ. Now, is that Arizona? Is that one that I've actually got right? I'm going to get a printout, I think, and have it in front of me so I know where what all these states are. Bugs Bunny, my Siamese just died, 18 and a half, and my remaining orange tabby is playing one day and sleeping all day the next upstairs. So, gosh, that's a great age for a smeeze, isn't it? 18 and a half. That's incredible. You know, Basil is 18, coming up 18 now, and I just think I'm just going to try and celebrate that